Hello, young man. I'm glad you're here to listen to me today. I want to talk to you about something very important, something that can change your life for the better. It's about being a more grateful person. And I know that's not always easy, but trust me, it's worth it. You see, when you're grateful, you start to see the world in a different way. You notice the little things that make life worth living, like a beautiful sunset, a good cup of coffee, or a kind word from a friend. You start to appreciate the people around you and the things you have, rather than focusing on what's missing. But how do you become a more grateful person? Well, it's not as hard as you might think. It starts with a simple decision to focus on the positive things in your life. You can start by making a list of things you're thankful for each day. It can be as simple as a good night's sleep, a healthy meal, or a beautiful day outside. As you start to focus on the positive, you'll begin to notice the little things that make life worth living. You'll start to see the beauty in the world around you, and you'll begin to appreciate the people and things that bring joy to your life. And that's when the magic happens, my friend. When you're grateful, you start to feel more positive, more optimistic, and more hopeful. You start to see that life is full of possibilities, and that every day is a new chance to start again. You start to believe in yourself and your abilities, and you start to see that you can achieve anything you set your mind to. But it's not just about feeling good, my friend. Being grateful can actually have a positive impact on your health, your relationships, and your overall well-being. Studies have shown that people who practice gratitude on a regular basis tend to have lower blood pressure, stronger immune systems, and fewer chronic illnesses. They also tend to have better relationships and a more positive outlook on life. So, how can you start to practice gratitude in your daily life? Well, it's simple. You can start by keeping a gratitude journal, where you write down 3 things you're thankful for each day. You can also share your gratitude with others by writing them a thank you note or by telling them how much you appreciate them. Another way to practice gratitude is to take a few minutes each day to reflect on your life. You can ask yourself questions like, what am I thankful for today? What are some things that bring me joy? What are some things that I'm looking forward to? By taking the time to reflect on your life, you can start to see the positive things that are already there, and you can start to feel more grateful for what you have. Now, I know that it's not always easy to feel grateful, especially when things are tough. But that's when it's most important to practice gratitude, my friend. When you're going through a difficult time, it's easy to get caught up in negative thoughts and feelings. But if you can find a way to focus on the positive, you can start to shift your perspective, and you can start to see that there's always something to be thankful for. For example, let's say you're going through a tough time at work. You're feeling stressed, overwhelmed, and underappreciated. But instead of focusing on the negative, you can start to think about the things you're thankful for. You can think about the fact that you have a job, and that you're able to support yourself and your family. You can think about the people you work with, and the positive relationships you have with them. You can think about the skills you're learning, and the ways in which you're growing as a person. By focusing on the positive, you can start to feel more grateful and more positive, even in the midst of a difficult situation. And that's when you'll start to see that there's always something to be thankful for, no matter what's going on in your life. So, my friend, I want to leave you with a challenge today. I want to leave you with a challenge today, to challenge you to start practicing gratitude in your daily life. I want you to start by making a list of things you're thankful for each day. And I want you to start sharing your gratitude with others. I want you to take a few minutes each day to reflect on your life, and to think about the things that bring you joy. And if you feel this talk helpful, don't forget like and subscribe. And if you want to be a more grateful person, you can donate on the Patreon account. Link on description. See you soon, friend.